Rory and I recently made a trip to Paris, France, Milan, Alba, Parma, and Bologna, Italy. We picked October because it's the truffle season in Alba, less tourists and cooler weather, but not cold. We flew from Tampa, Florida, through Philadelphia to Charles de Gaulle, Paris. On our stopover in Philadelphia, we went to Vino Volo for a flight of wine and some hors d'oeuvres. This was mainly a foodie trip to taste the best of the food in Paris and northern Italy. The Eiffel Tower, the most iconic tourist attraction in Paris, can be seen from many places in the city. It's going to be the site of the Olympics. The Seine River is a great place to take a hop-on, hop-off boat or just a tour of the water. It goes basically from the Eiffel Tower to Notre Dame and it loops back and forth. Sainte-Chapelle Chapel is a beautiful church with magnificent stained glass windows. Parts of the ancient wall still surround the city of Paris. Look at the streets, they're just magnificent to explore. The fresh vegetables, food is wonderful in Paris. This is Montague Street. It's in the 9th district and it has all kinds of food, restaurants, shopping, wonderful place to walk. The Louvre is one of the greatest museums on the planet. It's also the largest. This is some of the ancient wall that you can see, and the Mona Lisa is by far the #1 attraction. Rory is a water girl and loves everything to do with the water. We took a hop-on, hop-off boat for an entire day and explored the different sites in Paris. Sacré-Cœur is a wonderful site at one of the highest places in Paris. You can walk the steps or take the funicular. The church is beautiful inside and out and has a magnificent view of Paris. Next to the church, you walk through the Artist District, which is a great place to eat. Next stop is Milan, Italy, and its site is Duomo, a magnificent church. Next to Duomo is the Galleria, and it's tradition to rotate on the bull's balls. Leonardo da Vinci is a major attraction here. The Cathedral, Duomo, is a major attraction. We took a tour that included the rooftop. These two buildings are very unique in that they have trees and plants growing on every balcony. La Scala is Milan's world-renowned opera house. Canal area is a great place to have dinner or lunch, walk around. There's boats you can take up and down the canal. One of the major attractions and hard to get tickets is Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. The next stop was Alba, Italy, in the mountains, and this is the capital of white truffles for all around the world. Second week of October to about the second week of December, the Truffle Festival is held here where you can buy wonderful truffles, but they are expensive. There are many churches worth seeing in Alba. And this story of Pinocchio was seen outside a toy store. Next stop, we visited a cheese factory in Parma, Italy. They make Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. So it's brought up in these cheesecloths, put into forms to form a crust on the outside, pressed down and capped, and then they're labeled. I had to be a ham in one of the churches. Next stop was Bologna, and we took a little hop-on, hop-off train up the mountain to a church that was beautiful. We actually went to a mass here, and it was just wonderful to be inside. Road's a little scary. Then we took the hop-on, hop-off red bus to tour all the sites in Bologna. The main reason for this trip was food, so here are some of the wonderful dishes we had. In Paris, we loved buying a baguette, some cheese, some olives, bringing it back to the hotel, and basically having a feast. We ate in many restaurants and just enjoyed the food. In Paris, we had croissants and cappuccino each morning. In Paris, you have to have a crepe. This was an egg and cheese crepe that was absolutely delicious. Crepe is folded twice, forms a triangle, and put into one of these cardboard containers so you don't burn your hands. Rory's enjoying the weather and the food in Paris. Another restaurant up at Sacré-Cœur. And of course, we had to have pizza in Milan. With each meal, you have to have vino, red wine. Rory was a happy camper. The main part of the trip for me was the white truffles. We had them on risotto, pasta, eggs, just a wonderful place to eat. Alba, Italy. Look at Rory. She's enjoying her white truffles. More and more white truffles. And we had some fish. I was so happy in Alba with my white truffles. And in Paris with a chocolate soufflé. This was a wonderful trip to Paris, Milan, Alba, Parma, and Bologna, Italy.